students, so previous class we learned about effects of force. Today we shall see the types of force, and the first type of force is muscular force. Let's see what is this muscular force. The force applied to lift or move an object by using our body is called muscular force. The force applied to lift or move an object by using our body is called muscular force. So students, so whatever the force we are using, either to lift the object or to move the object. So by using our any of the body part, if we are using any of our body part, either our hands, either our legs or our head, okay. So if we are using any of our body part to lift the object or to push the object or to move the object, then that force will be called it as muscular force. Now why it is called muscular force? The name itself indicates muscular. It is been derived from the term muscles, okay. For example, and you know what are muscles means, right? This. So muscles, for example, if this bag is too heavy, so if I want to lift this bag by using my hand, so I will be applying some force, and see that force effect I can see on my hand, and you can just try in your home by lifting any heavy object, and you can see its effect on your hand. You will get the muscles a bit risen, okay. You can see your muscle a bit risen. So if I want to lift any heavy object by applying the force through my body, or if I want to push this table by giving a force, then I will be using any of my body part, then it will be, that force will be considered as muscular force, okay. The force used to apply for moving any object or to lifting any object by using any of our body parts, that will be considered as muscular force. So, an examples, lifting of the dumbbells, you might have seen a gym also. So have you ever visited a gym? If so, and if not so also, just take out any heavy object in your home, lift that object, or just if it is too big, then push that object, okay, a bit move that object. So you can see that effect. So you can say while pushing or while moving that object or while lifting that object, just observe onto your hands and your legs. So you can see it has your hands at this side, it has a bit risen, okay, it will be a bit risen. So hence this is about muscular force. So next will be gravitational force. Students, just imagine, why is it that if we throw anything up in the air, it will come back and fall onto the ground only. For example, if I throw this chalk piece, see, if I throw this in the air, it will come back and fall on the ground. It just fell on the ground. Why it doesn't move towards either left direction or right direction or forward or backward? It just straight got back and fallen on the ground. Why is it? It is because of the force present in our ground, that is earth, okay. So that force is nothing but the gravitational force. So the force, how can we define gravitational force? Gravity means earth, okay. Gravitational is derived from the word gravity. Gravity is nothing but earth, and the force which is present inside the earth, inside the center of the earth, that is called gravitational force. So what is this gravitational force? The force that pulls the object towards the center of the earth. So whatever the object we are throwing, okay, so the earth, the force which is present inside the earth, that force, it will just pull the object towards its center, and that will be considered as gravitational force. So but this gravitational force, students, gravitational force depends. It depends on the weight of the object to which it is acting on, Okay, most important thing is the gravity, it will be different for different object. So for example, if I just leave this chalk piece and this duster at once, then which will fall first on the ground? This duster, obviously, isn't it? See, you heard the voice of duster first, right? So why is it that? It is because, so the weight, the gravitational force will be more for the object which has the weight more. That is what it is saying. So gravitational force depends on the weight of the object it is acting on. So how it, if the weight of the object is more, if the weight of the object is more, then gravitational force will also be more. So the more the weight the object is, the heavy the object is, the more will be the gravitational force. Okay, so just go on to your terrace, take one empty balloon. Okay, just take empty balloon or take a feather of a bird, any of the bird. Take a feather, then take a ball in your hand. Okay, so I hold those two in your hand. Take a feather, take a ball. Then just drop those things from the terrace, drop those things to the ground and just watch, observe that which will reach the ground first, either the feather or the ball. So do that activity in your home and just match this whatever I have said. So whether the feather reaches the ground first or the ball reaches the ground first. But from my side, I will tell that the ball will reach the ground first and the feather, it will reach lately towards the ground. Why? Because ball is more in weight when compared to feather, which is very light in weight. So the more the weight, the more the gravitational force. Okay, and the more speedily it will fall to the ground. Got the point, student? So this is about gravitational force. Now we shall see one more force, that is frictional force. So students, the other type of force is frictional force. Okay. So what is this frictional force? The force that acts against the motion is called frictional force. The force that acts against the motion is called frictional force. That means, so there is a force which will act against the motion. Motion in the sense the movement. Okay. So one object will be moving other side, but the force, if we are applying a force in certain situations, then the other object, it will move towards other side. That force is called frictional force. This could be better understand by taking an example. See, for example, rubbing of our hands is an example. Rubbing of our hands to create heat, it will create heat. That is an example for friction. See, if I rub both the hands like this, so one hand it will move forward direction, the other is in the backward direction. Again, if I rub this, the upper hand it will go on the front, it will go towards the front, and the lower hand it will come backward. So both are moving in opposite direction. One is moving forward, another one is getting backward, like this. So if I rub this both, okay, even you can do this at home. So just rub it your hands like this and you can feel a heat. So that heat has been created because of frictional force. Any force which causes two opposite directions which are in motion, so that will be called as frictional force. And one more example, if there is a table in your home, go and push that table, but before that empty whatever the materials there on the table, if the materials are of expensive. Okay, so just try to push the table like this. So you can observe, so while pushing the table like this, if you will push the table forward and your legs, it will be getting slip backward like this. Okay, the table will be moving forward and your legs will be getting backward like this. So here the table and your legs are moving in the opposite direction. Now why did they move in the opposite direction? Because you have applied some force, and the force which cause these two objects to move in the opposite direction, that is called as frictional force. Okay students, so even a book, so this, for example, this book, if I let this book to just slide on a smooth table, it will slide very easily. But if the same book, if I just take a blanket, rough blanket, and if I make this book to move forward, it will just move like this and it will get stopped. Why? Because the blanket is very hard, and the hard, it will make the book to, it will just attract the book in the opposite direction. It will not let the book to move forward. Okay, so just keep in mind students, the force which makes two objects to move into opposite direction or to act into opposite direction, that force will be considered as frictional force. For example, rubbing of our hands to create heat, and pushing of a table makes our legs to slip back. That are the examples of frictional forces. So students, and collect few more examples if necessary and write below in your notebook. So today we had learnt about three types of forces. One is muscular force, that is because of muscles. Okay, we use our muscles. Gravitational force, that is because of the force present in the center of the earth. And the third is frictional force, that is created if two bodies are acting against the motion. So these are the three types of forces. So further types of forces we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you.